still muted?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here again on a Sunday night for the Blazing Pedals TRJKarting.com Arca Series. And tonight we're at Michigan for 120 laps. I am here again with Terry Foster as always. Terry, how you doing tonight?
I didn't mean to mess up your intro, brother. I really am sorry for that. Doing great, man. Michigan International Speedway up into Irish Hills in Michigan, man. I love this place. Love this track. I've always had good outcomes here racing in Blazing Pedals. Again, you already said it, 120 laps. Pit road speed tonight, Sam, 55 mile an hour. These guys are going to get a little faster this week than what they did last week. Track temperature right now, 101. A little cloudy here, 79 degrees air temp, but I'm ready to kick this thing off.
And tonight we got about a 15 to 25 lap fuel window. As always, these guys get 4 sets of General tires in the pits, including the 1 set that they start on, so 5 sets of tires total tonight. And Terry, you said earlier that you have a few people that you want to bring up and talk to, but I know one is a special occasion because he wasn't able to race last week, so he's running his throwback this week. Do you want to bring up Brad Lawson?
Yeah, driver that number 63, Brad Lawson, he done an awesome paint, but wasn't able to run it last week. We had to drag him up here. And Sam, I know we can still have a wheel to spin yet, dude.
Yeah, we do have a wheel to spin yet. So how about, you know what, let's go ahead and spin the wheel before we bring him up. Because I don't even know where he's sitting right now in Team Speed. So let's go ahead and get that off the screen. And let's see, wheel spin. That's what we need right there. Wheel spin up on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to determine the competition caution tonight. Again, before I spin this, as always, we will have, if we have a caution before this competition caution, there will be no competition caution. So I'm going to spin that wheel. Ooh, 111 is what came up, Terry.
Well, 111 it is, Sam.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 111 will be your competition caution. That's going to leave with 9 laps to go, Terry. But, hey, I have the wheel set for 20 to 120. It's 120 laps, so not much.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, actually. That'd be a heck of a shootout right there at the end. I found Brad Lawson. He's down there in Powell's Racing hangout down there, bud.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got him. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring Brad Lawson up here, Terry. You got him.
Hey, Brad, it's Terry in the booth. You got me?
I got you, man.
So, man, unfortunately, you couldn't race last week at the throwback in that big old 63 car. I know Sam's probably got it up now, but you had a nice, interesting story about that 63 car. Why don't you tell everybody about that?
All right, so the 63 car, how it came about. My dad raced at a local track here in Kentucky, Corbin Speedway, for a few years there, and he was never really raced or anything like that before. So he had it's an 80s model Buick Regal, old box style Buick Regal is what he had, and as far as that goes, he come up with the design, what he wanted to do, but he couldn't think of a number. So as far as that goes, what he done, he took mine and my brother's, my mom's, and his birthdays, added all of those numbers together as far as the days of the month that they were, and came up with the number 63. So that's the reason why he ran 63, and that's the reason why I run the 63 is because, 63 is family, and family is one of the most important things in my life for sure. So as far as that goes, that's the reason why he ran the number. And Mom was the one that actually painted the car, and it was just a cool deal all around. He put his blood, sweat, and tears into that car, and got a couple wins off of it. He ran it in the Pure Street, what they call the Pure Street class at Corbin Speedway. It used to be called. I'm not sure what it is now. But he ran it there, and then Mom actually raced it a couple different races, a couple different years in the powder puff division. And so it was a really cool deal how they all ran that, and it was it's just a cool deal all around. And this is as close of a replica as I can of the car, with it being an old box style Buick Regal, and but the scheme and everything, all the sponsors are the same, with the exception of the hood. I put Team 5 Motorsports on the hood, but I got to thank 28 Designs. They helped me put this thing together a couple years ago as far as the graphics for it. I just put it on the car. But yeah, that's basically the backstory behind this car. It really means a lot to me, and what he did, because I mean, it showed how much he loved his family and what he wanted to do for us.
Oh, it's a man, awesome story, bud. So, sorry you missed last week. I think you missed one hell of a race out there. I mean, we've seen all kinds of banging and stuff, but pretty good. Brad, you're a winner here at Blazing Pedals right now. You sit in 18th place with that win. 5 races in. We're at Michigan tonight. We're looking like real night, and we got to make it quick. I got to bring somebody else in.
Yeah, I really hate that we missed Darlington. I really would have loved to race that track. Unfortunately, we were on vacation that week. But as far as that goes, Michigan is going to be hit and miss for me. Looks like we were fairly sporty in the pit party there that we just done, and hopefully have a good finish tonight for me and my teammates, Trevor and Jason there.
10-4, but well, we'll get you back down to your teammates again. Congratulations on that win a while back, and again, welcome to the league. And I'm going to explain a couple more things about other people in the league tonight. So we'll get you back down there. Good luck tonight, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for what you all have done. It's really appreciated.
You bet.
Driver of the number 63, Brad Lawson, coming in, giving his story on his paint scheme that he was supposed to run at Darlington, couldn't make it for Darlington. And Terry, who was the next person you wanted to talk to tonight? Because I know you wanted to talk to somebody else.
It'd be the driver of that black number 3, Corey Sherman, the Shermanator.
Corey Sherman, the Shermanator. All right. Well, let's get him up here. And Terry, you got him.
Hey, Corey, Sam, and Terry, you got us?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, Corey, I think you know why I brought you in here. We got to talk to Amanda last week about that finish, you guys. Dude, Sam had a lot of words to say in a very high-pitched tone. I didn't have a lot of words to say because I was just like, oh, my God, that is flipping awesome of what we're watching here. We got Amanda's view on that. How about giving Corey Sherman's view on that?
Yeah, well, I knew, she was ahead of me when I came out of the pits because obviously my crew chief told me, and I was 18 seconds behind her. So I was like, well, I got fresh tires. I know she doesn't. And then it just kept getting closer and closer. I was like, all right, well, here I come. And then I had that huge run off. I just followed her right in the wall. And, she just dumped me for the banner. So that's my take on that.
So one thing you are failing to mention, because I know all this crap, somebody said, might have been your wife, may have been somebody else, said you was making a Jaws theme music sound.
Oh yeah, I kept asking her where she was on the track when I was catching her. I was like, where are you at right now? And then she got all quiet because she was in lap traffic. And then, the final lap, I started doing the Jaws theme. And then she tried to throw a guilt trip there at the end. She's like, do you want me to like iRacing? And then she took me out. So it's up to interpretation by the fans after that.
I have a question real quick.
Yes, Sam.
So should we expect a little payback maybe, or what are we going to see here? A little rivalry maybe, an in-team rivalry, or what's going on?
I don't know exactly what's going on, but she's been talking a lot of trash lately, saying that she's 2 in a row, trying to go for 3 in a row. But there's a bunch of guys out here in TNA that I don't think are going to let that happen tonight, especially that 71.
Well, there you have it.
Because he's Mr. Two-Time.
Mr. Two-Time, Chris Legoo. All right, Corey. Well, unless Terry has anything else.
No, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, we'll let you go back down there, and good luck tonight.
All right, thanks a lot. I'm enjoying my W Energy drink, too.
Yeah, go ahead. Give a shout
out.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, use code Savage Edge. Get yourself 10% off. I'm drinking it right now. It's delicious.
All right. Well, good luck tonight, Corey. That was Corey Sherman, driver of the number 3, talking about last week's race at Darlington. And in case you missed it, every race is still posted on the Turn 3 Racing Network YouTube channel, so go check that out. And Terry, we're getting into qualifying right now, which also means we need to get into pre-race festivities.
Yes, sir. Do it to it, buddy.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to bring Jason Powell up into the booth here. And tonight we have Jason Powell, our very own, in the number 18 with tonight's invocation. Jason, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Thank you, Lord, for giving us another night, another opportunity to come together and race together and have fun and enjoy each other. We ask you to help us, Lord, to get along again tonight, and hopefully throughout the race we can lift you up and talk more about you, share your light, share how good you are, and we ask you to go with us throughout the week, keep us strong against the temptations of the world, and help us, Lord, to enjoy each other's company. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Jason. We appreciate that as always, and good luck to you tonight as well.
Thank you, buddy.
This is Jason Powell, driver of the number 18 with tonight's invocation. And without further ado, tonight's national anthem done by our very own Joshua Rutherford, driver of the number 64.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here with Savage Edge qualifying as we're looking at Aaron Bockover in the number 44. And we haven't really seen a whole lot of Aaron this year, Terry. Is he making a comeback?
I believe he is, buddy. We got talking to him the last couple of weeks. He just, unfortunately, sometimes you just don't feel like doing this thing. I agree. It sometimes does feel like a job doing this every Sunday, but it's a great job, I think. But I think we're going to see a lot more out of Aaron the rest of the season, bud. And I just noticed, I was watching Chris Carroll as he took the pole. Ty Morosco just knocked him down.
Yeah, Ty Morosco is out there. Just ran the fastest lap of 39.729 for the number one at Ty Morosco. Let's see if he can hold that pole position. Still about 6 minutes to go left here in qualifying. John Perkins also out there completing his qualifying run with a 39.765 for the 33. And Terry, someone we need to talk about is actually Dalton Kilroy, who went out and ran fourth fastest with a 39.793.
Yeah, as everybody knows, Dalton's been out for a minute with the league. His last race was at the Roval, and that's been a minute, a little bit back. And so he's come back doing a heck of a job. Now, here's something I was told about Dalton with the Rutherford boys and Brian Dees. Those guys won the 24 hours of the Spa in Belgium. I guess it started yesterday and they finished today at some time. So congratulations to those four drivers for winning that.
Ty Morosco still holding on to the pole right now. Jason Powell, third quickest right now with a 39.742. Looks like he's going to be starting his second lap. We'll keep the camera on him.
So somebody I've been watching, he is now on the track, sweet, is that 88 of Jamie Walker. He had fastest times during practice. I just want to see what he's going to do tonight in that thing.
Jason Powell's sporting a new paint scheme here tonight at Michigan. Said he's going to be running it for the rest of the season. Coming across the line. Will he get any faster? No, Jason Powell's going to stay third quickest with a 39.742.
Now, as everybody knows out there, we had Trevor Harmon filling in for Jason Powell a couple races. He is now an actually full-fledged member of Blazing Pedals. He'll be in that 29 car.
So we got a camera here on Trevor Harmon, number 29. I'd like to point out that car is completely bare, so maybe anybody looking to sponsor a ride out there you go. There's your opportunity.
You know what, Sam? I kind of like that old just gray 29 look.
A couple other drivers out on track right now. Terry mentioned the number 88 of Jamie Walker. He went 7th quickest with a 39.816. We're going to have to see if he can improve that time. Trevor Harmon across the line. It's going to put
something else I noticed
13th.
today. I'm sorry, bud. Go ahead.
No, it's just Trevor Harmon, 13th quickest on the board with a 39. Or I'm sorry, not quickest. 13th quickest on the board with a 39.871. See, Terry, you threw me off.
I'm sorry, buddy. Now I forgot what I was even going to say. I know what I was going to say. So I noticed during the practice earlier that we have two drivers out there. One of them done 118 laps in practice. The other one done 111. And that was Amanda Sherman in that 8 and Aaron Bachover in that 44. So I hope as much practice as they had, they find something out in them cars tonight.
Trevor Harmon was able to get his time down a little bit to a 39.792. 6th quickest for the number 29, Trevor Harmon.
And as the race starts going here, you'll see the ticker across the top with the names. You're all going to see it. So a few new names that we haven't not mentioned at all this season. This is really the first race with Blazing Pedals. We got Bruce Pearson out there. I'm sure there's a couple other ones I'm missing. Of course, Greg Moore, Brian Zimmerman, he's in there. I know we've seen these guys. Paul Ellison, he's still kind of brand new. Brad Lawson, of course.
Well, we got first-time drivers of Andy Politsky.
Hey, you said it right.
Yeah, Andy Politsky in the number 32. He's a first-timer tonight, and Bruce Pearson is definitely a first-timer tonight in the number 19. He's out on track right now. Get a look at that. Number 19.
So just refresh everybody's memories. Remember, the Blazing Pedals race, if they have a caution, somebody does not own up to it, we will give them a penalty at the end of the start of the next race. I don't believe we have anybody tonight. If they do claim it, they do have to go to the end of the line, and I will go down to race control and find out who is doing what, and I will report it back here.
Had league owner Mark Arthur just poked me in TeamSpeak asking what the caution lap was, and I got back to him, said it was lap 111 tonight. 111.
You think he's shaking his head?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, that's definitely interesting, but hey, you know, it that's the way the wheel fell. I don't know what else I can do with that one.
And if anybody's out there in the chat, you see that stuff popping up, we are so sorry. I don't know how we can control that or whatever, but we are sorry.
Well, Terry, that wraps up qualifying, and surprisingly, it looks like Ty Morosco held on to the pole here.
92 Blake Decker still out on track. Oh, he's not no more.
Well, that's actually going to wrap up qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Ty Morosco will be on the pole. He was able to hold it. That's actually pretty impressive, Terry. I mean, you said Jamie Walker was fastest in practice, and now Ty Morosco up at the top of the board.
Yeah, that's amazing. You want to wait till they grid up, give them a rundown of what's going on, or what do you want to do? Run them down, or I think last week we about got messed up on that.
Yeah, we're going to have only about 1 to green, so let me get the gridding music ready to go here, and we got the grid music going. I always clicked the wrong button. There we go. All right, Ty Morosco starting on pole in the number 1 MFRD Ford Mustang. Starting at his outside will be Chris Carroll in the number 24. Starting in 3rd place will be Jason Powell in the number 18. Starting in 4th place will be John Perkins in the number 33. Derek Paulson's going to be starting in 5th position in the number 6. And to his outside, Trevor Harmon in the number 29. Dalton Kilrow will be starting in 7th position in the number 41. To his outside, Philip Van Vliet, the Dutchman, in the number 89. Jamie Walker will be starting in 9th position in the number 88. And in 10th position, Brian Dees in the number 17. In 11th place, Taylor Doc Butcher Benjamin, he's in the number 10, and he's going to be starting in 11th. And to his outside is Mark Arthur in the number 12. Jason Raymond will be starting in 13th position in the number 31. Joshua Rutherford in the number 64 to his outside in 14th. Brad Lawson in the number 63 will be starting 15th. And Paul Ellison in number 55 to his outside. Take it, Terry.
Kyle Wellman in that 42 starting 16th. Starting 17th for Tanner Marr. 18th to be Andy Belisky in that 32. In that 5-car, Corey Rutherford starting 19th. Amanda Sherman in that 8 starting 20th. In 21st is Greg Moore in that 34, starting 22nd is Corey Sherman in that 3-car. In the 28 car, Brian Zimmerman starting 23rd. 92, Blake Decker starting 24th. Chris Lakeview, I'll get it wrong, 71 starting 25th. Dave Seat starting 26th in that 14. Starting 27th, we got 73, Casey Campbell. Starting 28th, 83, Joe Albarico. Rick Thompson in that 76, starting 39th. 29th. Aaron Bachman is 44, starting 30th. Bruce Pearson in the 19, starting 31st. Starting 32nd is Mike Hamlin in that 15. 33rd is Fred Thompson in that 46. And rounding it out in 34th is the 88 of Jamie Walker. There they have it, folks.
And that is your starting lineup this evening.
Don't know why Jamie Walker's still showing he's still in the pits for some reason already.
As the field rounds turns 3 and 4, it's going to be in the hands of the flagman. For the first one, Ty Morosco on the inside, Chris Carroll to the outside. They're coming down to the restart zone here. Green flag is in the air here in Michigan. Good jump for the number 1 at Ty Morosco. Looks like he might be able to clear Chris Carroll going down into turns 1 and 2. Nope, Chris Carroll's going to have a fender there, but Jason Powell looking to the inside of the number 24. Derek Paulson following right behind him.
Watching the 92 Decker getting underneath the 3 of Corey Sherman, making some moves early, making it 3 wide outside of Amanda Sherman.
3 wide back here in the middle of the pack. They sort it out, though, as they go down into turns 3 and 4. Blake Decker on the inside of Amanda Sherman here on the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to clear coming off turn 4. Looks like he's going to be able to get the pass done.
We know Sam at 92 can be a little aggressive occasionally as he's running down that 5 car of Corey Rutherford.
Back up to the front of the field. The first lap is led by the number 1 of Ty Morosco, but Chris Carroll is all over the back bumper of that number 1 machine. And Jason Powell slots back into 3rd place. Ooh, Derek Paulson gets into the wall just a little bit there coming out of turn 2.
Watching the 15, Mike Hamlin worked his way around that 44 Bockover. Looks like Bockover might have been going backwards just a little bit.
So maybe a little strategy here by the number 44, saving a little bit of tire. Maybe he's got something figured out. Back up to the front of the field, though. Ty Morosco still your race leader. Chris Carroll running in second. Derek Paulson moved him up into third, gets around Jason Powell. Jason Powell now slots back into the fourth position. And Dalton Kilrow sitting back there in fifth, looking to the inside of Jason Powell.
New driver Bruce Pearson sitting back in 19th, just back here riding along. I think he's trying to fill this group out, Sam, and maybe we'll see something out of that 19 after a bit.
Looks like he elected to drop to the rear here, and he's just kind of, like you said, Terry's just riding around. But we'll go back up to the front here. It looks like Chris Carroll, Terry, might have had a little bit of an issue. He's dropped back to fourth position here, allowing Dalton Kilrow to get to the inside.
Watching the 34 of Greg Moore work on that 3 of Corey Sherman. Takes him on the low side. I think he might be staying on the bottom. I figured he'd try to drift up there in front of him.
Corey Sherman at the top side of the racetrack. Casey Campbell looking to his inside now, going down the back straightaway. And Casey does get a nose to his door. Will he be able to complete the pass here going into turn 3 and 4?
Just clicked on Rick Thompson, driver of that 76. He's out there all alone. He has nobody really competing with him at the moment.
Definitely got a hornet's nest in front of him, though. We got Corey Rutherford up here trying to make some moves and work his way up through the field. Like we said, Spa 24-hour winner right there in the number 5, along with Dalton Kilrow, Brian Dees, and Joshua Rutherford. They all won last night, and Corey also said he's not feeling the hottest tonight, but still out here racing with these guys. So shout out to Corey for that.
Paul Elson at 55. He's kind of just riding along. I think he's coming up on the 63. And what is that, the 92 of Decker? Thought he was going to take it wide there on the 63 of Brad Lawson there for a second, but chose not to.
Brad Lawson all over the back bumper of that number 92, trying to find a way around him, but can't seem to make the pass work just yet. Paul Ellison looks to the inside of the 63. Looks like he's going to be able to complete the pass here in the center of the corner. And I want to point out Mark Arthur running a very interesting line in 1 and 2. He's running way up near the wall and pulling it down as they exit the corner, which allowed him to get the run here on the number 89 of the Dutchman, Philip Van Vliet.
Same race. I was watching Sam as the 12 car of Mark Arthur works down underneath the 4 of Tanner Marr, as Tanner Marr is following the 64 there of Ruth.
Someone we've been talking about the past couple of races, Terry, is the number 64 of Joshua Rutherford. Right now up 1 position from where he started, but kind of just biding his time and riding around right now. Sitting in 13th position, but still another great run so far for the number 64.
So something interesting about Corey Rutherford, he actually put out there in chat that he wasn't feeling too good today, but looking forward to the race tonight. Sam, up in 5th place, we got that new driver, Trevor Harmon, running in the 5th spot in that 29 car. I think that old gray car just might do him some good tonight.
Trevor Harmon running in 5th, but Jason Raymond in the 31 looking his inside with John Perkins also waiting patiently to try and make a move. We got the top 5-6 cars right here, Terry, all under a blanket. We got side-by-side battle for the lead right now. Dalton Kilrow to the top side of the racetrack, coming down the back straightaway. Ty Morosco trying to hold him off, going into 3 and 4.
Chris Carroll looks at the outside of the 1 car and thinks, backs off a little bit, as Derek Paulson actually had to make an aggressive move a little bit there, so didn't run in the back of that 24 car, as the 33 is doing the same thing as he's looking underneath the 6.
Almost a little bit of contact there between the 1 and the 24. It looks like the 1 got a little loose, came up the racetrack, and good avoidance by the 24. They keep it straight. 3 wide almost here in the middle of 1 and 2 for the 33, the 24, and the 1. Chris Carroll's going to slot back up in the line. Thinks better of it.
I think that 33 of John Perkins may have squeezed that 24 just a little bit there, Sam, as he's working on the number 1 of Ty Morosco there, as he makes that clean pass, gets back up in front of it.
Give the position to John Perkins, now up the 3rd spot. Great move for the number 33.
TBB down in the bottom, underneath that 6 car, just trying to make a move, make it work down there in the bottom lane. See what happens here.
Now all these guys are starting to get racy, and everybody is starting to catch up to them. We're starting to see 3 wide. Oh, a couple guys in the wall back there, it looks like, in the rear of the field. Looks like the setup's real racy tonight.
Yeah, Sam, I got to talk to a few of these people about it. Paul Ellison in the 55. He got to tell me he thinks it feels it drives off the right rear, but he loves the setup, man.
Right now, Paul Ellison working on Andy Politsky right now in the 32 machine. Remember, first time race for Andy tonight. Have to keep an eye on him, see how he does.
I did get a talk with the driver of the 32 car, Andy Politsky. He said it feels good, a little loose, but he loves it. I asked him his outlook on the race tonight. He says, man, I just want to finish the race. So let's see the 32 make a good, clean, hopefully finish tonight.
He's running the top side of the racetrack at both ends of the racetrack. So I'm curious to see if he's going to keep running that or if it's just because he's in traffic right now. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. But battles all around right now as Taylor Butcher Benjamin looks to the inside of teammate Ty Morosco. Taylor is up 6 spots from where he started this race, and Trevor Harmon dropped a couple of spots since we last talked about him, running in 7th right now.
So, Sam, is your time in scoring showing like the last 3 drivers multiple laps down?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, but it is. Great racing so far here at Michigan International Speedway. Taylor Butch Benjamin still trying to work on the one.
We got caution, Sam.
Looks like it was the 76 of Rick Thompson involved, and along with teammate, looks like Casey Campbell. So we're gonna have to go ahead. That means, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately now no caution on lap 111. But let's see if we can't get a replay on that. All right, so we're riding along here with the number 76 of Rick Thompson. Coming out of turn 4, it looks like, it looks like, I don't know, it kind of looks like Corey and Casey might have gotten involved with it, and Rick just tried to avoid it. And unfortunate, he went around and it brought out the yellow flag, so there you have it. But that means, remember what I said at the beginning of the race, is that they have a fuel window of 15 to 25 laps tonight. They're on lap 14. They're going to be taking 15. I suspect everybody coming down and taking fuel. Probably not going to see a lot of tire strategies being played, but definitely fuel strategies. And with our first caution of the night here this evening, we're going to go ahead and take a real quick commercial break. Stick around. All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and this just in from race control. The penalty will be going to the number 73 of Casey Campbell, so he will be receiving the EOL tonight. As we double them up, we're going to go back green flag racing this time by. The lights on the pace car are off. Dalton Kilroe still your race leader.
Something out of that little bit of... Sorry, Sam.
No, you're good.
Something else we got out of that incident there. Corey Rutherford, he got himself a meatball, so he had to pit. So let's see what Corey Rutherford, sorry. I think, yeah, he still went pit lane. I'm going to run down and talk to him, bud.
All right. Just to run through your top 10 real quick, it's Dalton Kilroe, Jason Raymond, Ty Morosco, Chris Carroll, John Perkins, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Brian Dees, Trevor Harmon, Derek Paulson, and Joshua Rutherford. And like I said, everybody, make sure you put down in the chat who you're going for. Give me a driver, give me a car number. We all saw Lori out there. I know she's rooting for Mark. Mark right now is sitting back in the 17th position.
Well, Sam, I got to talk to Corey Rutherford there. He has a little bit of damage. Yeah. He actually said, man, I need a couple more cautions so I can get this car fixed.
Well, that's a shame for Corey Rutherford. Was actually having a pretty good run there at the beginning. But pace car is off. It's in the hands of the 41. Green flag back out in the air here in Michigan. And while we were under commercial break, I want to point out that we did have pretty much everybody come down pit road and get fuel, if not fix a little bit of damage and whatnot. But Chris Carroll moving into the second spot. He's going to get around the number 31 of Jason Raymond here in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Jason Raymond slots in the third position, going down the back straightaway.
Dalton Kilroe with an awesome jump on that restart zone there on these guys. I think he caught Chris Carroll and Jason Raymond by surprise there.
Definitely a little bit different now that we are using the official restart zones too. Don't forget that. So that it is in the hands literally of the leader. As soon as the leader fires, we get a green flag as Chris Carroll going for the lead here, going down into turns 1 and 2.
Is it early enough now for me to make my pick, or too early?
Now you can make your pick.
Well, I don't want to take your pick, but I want to go with Dalton Kilroe in that 41 tonight. He's hungry. He hasn't raced with us for a few weeks now since he had that surgery, so I think Dalton's a little hungry.
Ooh, big move there. Big dive by the number 1 at Ty Morosco. Gets real loose there in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Almost got into the left rear of the 41 there, Terry. Almost some broadcaster curse right there.
Yeah, I'm watching the 10. TBB work his way up underneath the 33 of John Perkins.
Also, don't look now, the number 17 of Brian Dees, the Soul Stealer out there working his way up inside the top 10.
Oh, he's going to make her 3 wide, Sam, with the 10 and the 33.
3 wide down the back straightaway going into turns 3 and 4. Give Brian Dees the bottom side of the racetrack. He's going to 2-for-1 special it. He's going to get the number 10 and the 33. Slides up in front of the number 33. Good pass by the number 17.
I believe the 6, Derek Paulson. He was actually thinking about it too, Sam, but backed out of it as we could throw a blanket on these 4 cars right here.
These 4 cars, and then also the next 4 cars, you got the number 29 of Trevor Harmon, Joshua Rutherford in that mix, Jason Powell, and Paul Ellison. All racing really hard here, Terry. We're only 20 laps into it.
Paul Ellison looking underneath that 64 Joshua Rutherford. Trying to make a move on him, maybe get back into that spot up there in front of him. We got the other Rutherford. Oh, I said that wrong, didn't I?
Back up to the front of the field, Chris Carroll is your race leader. Jason Raymond got around the 41 of Dalton Kilroe, took over the second position. Jason Raymond up 11 spots right now from the start of the race.
Yeah, now I know why I made that mistake. That 18 car, Jason Powell, it's green. It's a green car. I'm used to a white car with Jason Powell. That's why I thought it was one of the Rutherford boys.
Well, I will say this. Get used to it because Jason did say that's probably going to be the one he's going to run for the rest of the season. So it ain't going away. I love it, though. It's a Pontiac. He did his own spin on it. It's a great looking ride.
As he's looking still at the back of Trevor Harmon in that 29 car. Still needs a sponsor on that car. Maybe next week we'll get one.
We ride on board here with the number 18 of Jason Powell. Currently sitting in 12th. He's down 9 positions from the start of the race, but possibly a little strategy here for the number 18.
And Sam, I was wondering what was happening earlier with that 88 Jamie Walker. He's sitting back there in 21st spot, got his lap back. Finally he's in the green zone where he can get up here and start making some moves.
A little bit in the middle of the field here. We're going to take a look at that number 32 of Andy Politsky. Working on the back bumper, that number 92 of Blake Decker. Sitting in 14th position right now.
88 Jamie Walker working on that 89. Got up underneath him there going down the front stretch of the Lone Dutchman. Making light work of the Lone Dutchman tonight. Now he's going to start. I can't see who's in front of him. Brian Zimmerman?
Yeah, he's underneath Brian Zimmerman right now. Brian Zimmerman top side of the racetrack in that number 28. Jamie Walker slots in behind him now, going into turns 3 and 4. Someone we haven't said a whole lot about tonight, Terry, is the number 3 of Corey Sherman. He's in 21st right now, but kind of just working back there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the TNA guys, but a lot of these guys seem like they're just trying to save stuff tonight. I did talk to one of them earlier. I asked about tires. They said after their first fuel run, they come out with about 81 to 85% left on their tires. So tire wear, not horrible after 15 to 25 laps.
23 laps in the books here at Michigan. Chris Carroll, your race leader. Let's go ahead and go through the field. As I said, Chris Carroll, the number 24, your race leader. Jason Raymond, the number 31, sitting P2 right now. Ty Morosco sitting in 3rd in the number 1. Right behind him, teammate Brian Dees, and behind him, teammate Taylor Butcher Benjamin in the number 10. And also, teammate again, Dalton Kilroe, the number 41. Old Captain Save Fuel. Will Captain Save Fuel make a return tonight? We'll have to keep an eye on him. John Perkins sitting in 7th position out of Speed Mafia camp. Out of MFRD is Derek Paulson in the number 6, sitting in 8th position. But don't look now, Paul Ellison trying to make that different real fast. In the number 55, he's in 9th. And Joshua Rutherford, we talked about him a little bit earlier. He's sitting in 10th position, and another great run by the number 64. Trevor Harmon fell back a little bit right now, sitting in 11th position, but definitely working on making his way back up through the field. But Jason Powell looking at his inside right now. He is sitting in 12th position. And Blake Decker back there in the number 92. He's sitting in 13th.
Blake Decker, real quick, he's up 12 spots from the start of this race there.
Yeah, but don't look now, Terry. The newcomer, number 32, Andy Politsky, he's looking to the inside, and he's going to clear him coming off of turn number 4 there.
Yeah, it seems like when Andy got around him, that 92 got a little looser in the back end. I seen him do a little squirrely action back there, but he caught it and just staying right there behind that 32 of Andy.
Sitting back in 15th position is our own Mr. Aggressive, Mark Arthur. A little bit of strategy maybe being played here by the number 12. It's not like him to be back there in 15th. Tanner Marr behind him, sitting in 16th position. Brad Lawson, we talked to him at the beginning of the race, sporting that throwback scheme this weekend. He's sitting in 17th. Kyle Wellman, the wheelman, sitting in 18th position. As Terry said, Jamie Walker got his lap back. He's now running in 19th position. Got Corey Sherman in number 3 has made his way up into 20th, working around Brian Zimmerman right now in the number 28. And after that little incident there for Rick Thompson, he finds himself in 22nd position. We call him the Godfather out of Speed Mafia. Greg Moore is sitting in 23rd position. Another newcomer to Blazing Pedals. Has ran a few races with us. Glad to see him back out here again. Chris Legoo. Glad to see Chris out here running with us. He's sitting in 24th position, and Mike Hamlin running in 25th in the number 15. Philip Van Vliet looking at his inside coming down the front straightaway. The Dutchman sitting in 24th. Behind him is Dave Seats. And the number 14 sitting in 26th position. Amanda Sherman, number 8. She's sitting back there, and my timing and scoring's gone all over the place. So I'm trying.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching you.
Yeah, it's a little difficult here, but she's out there. It's saying 24th for her right now, but I know that's not right. So
Since that's jumping up and down, Sam, I've been watching the front here with Chris Carroll, Jason Raymond, and Brian Dees. Jason Raymond wants it. Chris Carroll's not giving it. Brian Dees wants to run them both down. Plus, Ty Morosco in that number 1 car, taking that high line around there. I think Taylor Butcher Benjamin might say, man, you just stay on the outside of me.
a lot of different lines being ran here too at Michigan. I see a bunch of guys running like a high to low, a mid, some are on the bottom. So the setup definitely looking really racy tonight.
And Sam, that's the type of setup we want. We want to put these cars anywhere we can on each track. Let's get these guys out here racing it week by week and show everybody some action here.
31 laps in the books here is Chris Carroll, still your race leader. Brian Dees managed to get around the number 31 of Jason Raymond, taking over the second position. And Taylor Butcher Benjamin sitting back there in fourth, looking to make a move as well. Maybe the 31 might have burned his tires a little bit, trying to get around the leader.
Watching a 92 again, Blake Decker on the back of that Andy Poliski. As he's working on Jason Powell a little bit in that 18 car.
Everybody
So we
really
talk-
single filed out right now, Terry. It seems everybody's kind of content with calming down and running a few laps and maybe getting this race done.
Yeah, it's definitely calmed down, Sam, from the first 10, 15 laps we had. I'm watching the 63 of Brad Lawson out there all by himself. I think he's just wanting to finish the race.
Looks like Jason Raymond might have had a little incident coming out of turn number 2, Terry. He's slow going into turns 3 and 4. Might have gotten loose there. I saw him at the bottom side of the racetrack going down the back straightaway, so probably got a little loose coming off the corner. Lost a lot of momentum and lost a lot of spots. Put him back in 10th position now.
I'm out going all the way through these guys. Most of them is running single file. I stopped on the 44 of Aaron Bach he is one of them I got to talk to tonight. Aaron, plain and simple, told me, he says, Terry, I hate this track. I just can't find this speed. And it is showing tonight, that 44 back there in the 31st spot.
Back up to the front here. Taylor Butcher Benjamin working on the back bumper of his teammate Brian Dees, the Soul Stealer. Both of them actually trying to run down this number 24, but doesn't seem like anybody has had anything for that number 24, Chris Carroll, yet.
Absolutely right, Sam. Like I said, Brian Dees, Taylor Butcher Benjamin was both up there messing around with him. Ty Morosco was up there playing a little bit too, but Chris Carroll out there all by himself for the most part. Brian Dees running that second place. I'm trying to find out how far he's back. Almost a half a second behind him.
Definitely going to have to stay in your rhythm here at Michigan. Big track, but the second you lose that momentum, you're going to lose a ton of ground to these guys. And Taylor Butcher Benjamin still trying to work on the back bumper. Number 17, Brian Dees. Dalton Kilrow trying to chase them down. Kind of in his own little world right now. He's got a little bit of a gap between the number 10 and the number 1 behind him, Ty Morosco.
Tammy Raymond, we see you out there. Thanks for joining us tonight. Jason right now is running in the 10th spot in that 31 car. He's up 3 spots from the start of this race.
Had that big wiggle coming off of turn number 2, though. Don't forget that, and that's unfortunately why he dropped back to 10th position, but was running up near the front there. So we're still going to have to keep an eye on that number 31, see if he can make his way back up to the front of the field.
Hey, Sam, I got a question for you. Who is Mullet Music. I think we know those two guys, don't we? Or at least one of them.
Mullet Music Productions.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the comments and
That would be our very own Joshua Rutherford. I'd like to point out real fast, though, Terry, Jason Powell and Trevor Harmon both bringing it pit side.
yeah, I see that now. Yeah, but they've rooted for the 88 tonight.
So it looks like we're keeping a camera here on Jason Powell, number 18. It looks like for these two guys, it's going to be fuel only. No tires still yet, Terry.
That tire wear must not be hurting him at all. But we did have a quick caution. I know nobody came down to get tires. If they did, might have been Rick Thompson because he was in there a whole 23 seconds on his last pit stop at lap 14.
Guys are starting to merge out onto the racetrack that have already pit. Chris Carroll and Brian Dees are going to have to make quick work of these guys to get around them. Chris Carroll to the bottom side of the racetrack, going to look to the inside of Jason Powell, put him a lap down. Just can't get there, but Chris Carroll bringing a pit side.
We got a bunch calling them out, Sam.
Got Chris Carroll, oh, Joshua Rutherford hard into the, he's hard into the wall. Hard into the fence. He nosed it into the wall. Rick Thompson also getting a little sideways coming on the pit road, but heavy damage for the number 64, Terry.
I'm kind of watching these guys coming down pit lane. I want to see if they're going to start taking tires or not.
So far, I haven't seen anybody take tires. Give the lead over to, looks like Brian Dees. Brian Dees bringing a pit side this time by. And that should give the lead over to the number 3, Corey Sherman, unless he decides to bring a pit side, which he is. And bringing Brian Zimmerman along with him, and Greg Moore and the Dutchman back there, all bringing it down pit side. So green flag pit stops into work, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks like the majority of everybody just took the fuel, Sam. Chris Carroll, I think he took tires. Derek Paulson, he definitely took tires.
A bunch of guys actually looks like took tires, Terry. Ty Morosco, Paul Ellison, Jamie Walker, all with 14, 15-second pit stops. Kyle Wellman, John Perkins, Mark Arthur. So some interesting strategies being played right here. Dalton Kilrow right now, it's showing me as the race leader as a fuel-only stop. Brian Dees running in second, coming off of pit road right now, but Chris Carroll's going to go ahead and get around him. But Chris Carroll with them fresh tires should be able to run down that 41 of Dalton Kilrow fairly quickly.
Something interesting, Sam. You see some of these guys that did not take tires, they are all on one team down there with Jason Powell and them. Jason Powell, Brad Lawson, Trevor Harmon. I don't believe none of those guys took tires.
A little bit of strategy being played because, again, even a couple MFRD racing guys like Dalton Kilrow, Derek Paulson. Well, Derek took tires, but Brian Dees, Ty, it looks like Ty took tires. But a couple of them electing to not take tires and take fuel only. We're going to see what happens here. Dalton Kilrow looks like might have had a big wiggle there coming out of turn number 2. He's at the bottom side of the racetrack coming off the corner. And Chris Carroll's just running him down now. It's down to about a second gap.
Chris Carroll better find some speed in that 24. He's wanting to catch up 41. But Carroll does have the tires.
He's got the speed as he's going to look to the inside going across the start-finish line. Dalton really not even going to put up too much of a fight. He knows that Chris has that fresh rubber, and Chris is going to make that pass pretty easily going into turn 1. Give the race lead back over to Chris Carroll in number 24.
I'm just wondering if Dalton may be thinking maybe he made a bad call, but we've seen this before out of Dalton Kilroy. Sam, at the end, he's always there as 24 makes his way around the 71 of Chris Legou.
Well, we also got to remember is that Dalton didn't take tires, but they only have to do about 15 to 25 laps on a tank of fuel. Now, we don't know exactly how much that is. Everybody's on different strategies and whatnot. But will Dalton be able to just now take tires the rest of the way? Well, every time he comes down pit road, he'll be able to take tires. Well, these other guys have to double stint a set of tires later. So we're going to have to see how these strategies really play out later on in the race.
Well, I think we just saw a lot of double stinting on that first set. We had that caution. Everybody stayed out. And that caution came pretty close to their pit window.
Well, that being said, we're going to go ahead and go side by side. Quick commercial break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
And welcome back, everyone. Love the side-by-side. Shout out to Corey Sherman at Savage Edge Graphics for making the side-by-side graphics. Mark Arthur just got around Kyle Wellman in number 42, made his way up into 9th position. Mark's now up 3 positions from the start of the race. But up at the front of the field is still Chris Carroll in the number 24. However, Derek Paulson now running in 2nd. And I'd like to point out that Derek has always ran well here in Michigan.
Yeah, another one that's always ran well is the 41 car, Dalton Kilbrough. I'm just watching him drop backwards. He's off my screen now. Where is he? I don't know where he went. Oh, there he is. He's 16th spot. 9 laps, excuse me. Minus 9 at the start of the race. He's down to 16th right now. I think it was a bad idea, him not taking them tires, but what do we know?
Well, the real thing he's got to worry about is the leader lapping him. And if he can manage to stay on the lead lap, he might have something going for him here. But like you said, definitely losing a lot of time to these race leaders right now. Maybe not a great call. We're going to have to see how it plays out later in the race. Only 51 laps complete here tonight in Michigan. Chris Carroll has led quite a few of them. And Derek Paulson still trying to run him down. Ty Morosco having a great run tonight out there in 3rd position. And Jamie Walker, don't look now, up in the 4th.
As we know, Jamie Walker has not won a race yet this season, but he is sitting in the top 5 in points, Sam. He's the only one in the top 5 without a win. And, of course, our winners this season so far, we got Dalton Kilrow, Mark Arthur, Chris Carroll, Rick Thompson, as I mentioned, Brad Lawson. Those are our winners for the season. I know there's more, but those drivers are no longer here. So, but it's time for Jamie Walker to make some noise out there.
And that's definitely what he's doing right now. Is he has Jason Raymond kind of working on the back bumper, but Jamie being real smooth and consistent through the corners, trying to run down that number 1 of Tom Morosco.
And watching Jason Raymond come off that last turn, looked like he got a little squirrely, got really close up to that wall. He's doing it again here, just letting that car drift up. Looks like the back end just wants to come around on him.
Well, I did hear a couple of drivers say that tonight's setup was a little on the loose side, so looks like everybody kind of struggling for some rear grip coming off of the corners, but definitely making the setup real racy. Want to point out that number 55 of Paul Ellison has made his way up into 6th position. He's up 10 spots from the start of the race, having a great run in that number 55.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin in that 10, running behind the 33 of John Perkins. Doesn't look like he's trying to do anything too bad to him right now, just trying to catch up to him, maybe find a way around that 33 car.
Everybody pretty much single filed out. They're real spaced out all along the racetrack. Brian Zimmerman back there running in 14th position. Got some clear racetrack ahead of him, clear racetrack behind him. Behind him is Tanner Martin at number 4. And Rick Thompson still trying to come back from that pit stop mistake, and not only that, involved in that first caution we had. Rick Thompson running in 16th position. Corey Sherman back here, he's running in 17th. He's up 6 positions from the start. Looks like he got around the 41 of Dalton Kilrow. And like Terry said, ladies and gentlemen, Dalton's just been falling back ever since the green flag dropped. And got about 4 cars here gaining on him as well. I don't know where the race leader is compared to Dalton. We're going to have to find that out. So it looks like the race leader is going into turns 1 and 2. And Dalton is, where is Dalton? Dalton's coming out of 4, so he's still got some time. Nothing to worry about just yet, but once he goes a lap down, that's when he's got to start to worry.
Yeah, we got 3 cars behind Dalton, Mike Hamlin, Dave Cease, Greg Moore. They all are still running on fresh tires. Sam, well, Dave Cease pitted at 14 and took tires, so he's got a long time on his tires.
Maybe an accident, Terry. I mean, we've all done it. Either we forgot to check tires or we checked tires when we weren't supposed to. So maybe he's just back here just trying to ride so he can take tires the rest of the way. As you can see right there, he's big loose in the center of the corner.
And Sam, you say that. I think a lot of these are probably trying to do that. So from now on, with all the fuel stops, that they're going to have one, two, at least two more, maybe three more fuel runs. They'll keep them tires. Everybody get fresh rubber when they get out there.
Riding on board here with Derek Paulson. Just got around the lap car of Amanda Sherman. And I'm actually surprised to not see Amanda up more near the front, Terry. I know she was practicing a lot. Maybe she's just not a fan of this track.
Yeah, again, Amanda Sherman turned 118 laps a day in practice. I did talk to her. She said the setup wasn't too bad. She said it would like to be a little tighter. She didn't want to change the steering ratio because she couldn't. The car just didn't feel right if she brought it down any lower than where she's at.
As we ride on board the roof cam here of Amanda Sherman, we saw the race leader, Chris Carroll, bringing down pit side again, Terry.
Ty Morosco coming down pits.
So green flag pit stops happening once again here at Michigan. We're going to actually keep an eye here on Ty Morosco and see if he decides to take tires once again or if he's going to do a fuel-only stop. Tires going on the 24, tires going on the 1, tires going on the 18. Looks like everybody's taking tires.
So this may be some bad news for that 41 adult in Phil Rowe.
He still has yet to pit. Last pit on, looks like it was lap 42.
I'm staying on the 6 car, Derek Paulson. See if he takes some fresh generals there.
That hands the lead over to teammate Brian Dees in that number 17. And Kyle Woman coming up on him. Gonna get around him real easily. Kyle Woman on fresh tires. Getting one of his laps back. 59 laps complete here at Michigan International Speedway. Brian Dees, your race leader, going to look for him to come down pit side very soon. Brian Zimmerman running in second position right now, according to my timing and scoring, while everybody pits and it gets cycled out.
As I was watching Derek Paulson, he did take 4 fresh generals and a full tank of fuel. He's made his way back out onto the track in that 6 car.
Brian Dees elects to keep that car out on the racetrack one more time. He's got Blake Decker coming up on him, trying to get his lap back. Oh, Blake Decker's not going to have anywhere to go, though, as Joe Alberico gets in the way. Blake Decker looking to make it 3 wide, trying to get a lap back. But it looks like Brian Dees is going to give him some room here going into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, Joe Alberico, I think he just backed off a little bit. He says, man, I ain't going to get up there and mess with that yet.
I'd like to point out that Corey Sherman is running second right now. Up 21 spots from the start of the race. Now, green flag pit stops have started, but, oh, he's going to bring it down pit side right now. Looks like he might have a good strategy going here, Terry.
Yeah, again, some of these guys might be figuring up fuel runs with versatile tires. So, again, I can't stop thinking about Dalton Kilroe in that 41 if he may have made a mistake tonight.
As the way they're sitting right now, it looks like he might have, but give the race lead back over to Chris Carroll, the number 24. Ty Morosco sitting in second place. It's about a 2-second gap right now between 1 and 2. And Derek Paulson about a second behind Ty. So it looks like Ty jumped Derek in the pits. But we also know that Derek pit a lap later, so.
Shermanator in this 3 car, he did take 4 fresh generals and a full tank of fuel as he heads back out into the track.
And he's going to lose a lot of positions, but he's going to have the freshest tires out there. So, again, interesting call.
Somebody's in the wall. I think it was a 73. Yeah, but it was 73. Casey Campbell tagged the wall, but he keeps going.
Doesn't look like too much damage on the number 73. He was also involved in that first caution. Got a little bit of right side damage on that Ford Mustang. Back up to the front. It's Chris Carroll still, and Time Roscoe still trying to run him down, and Derek Paulson, but they got a lot of lap cars they got to work around, Terry.
Yeah, as we work on lap 64 right now, it's just, he's got a long way to go to catch up to that Chris Carroll.
Someone we talked about before green flag pit stop started was the driver, the number 55, Paul Ellison, having an awesome run tonight here, running in fourth, up 12 positions from the start of the race.
Working his way around the lap traffic of the 8 car of Amanda Sherman. Nice, clean pass right there. Goes back up in front of her and just keeps moving.
I want to point out that he got around Jamie Walker as well, and I don't know, it looks like Jamie still might have to pit. I don't know what's, again, going on. My timing and scoring saying that he was on pit road for 15 hours, it looks like, so I don't think that's right.
Jason Raymond just flew by Jamie Walker.
That's why I'm thinking maybe Jamie is on a different strategy here because he's falling backwards.
So my time and scoring is up to date, evidently, because Jamie showed his last pit on lap 37. That was for tires. Okay. And Jason Raymond just flew by him. He just pitted on 59 with fresh tires.
Someone else having a great run tonight is the number 42 of Kyle Wellman, out there sitting in 7th, up 10 spots from the start of the race. And also behind him, Terry, is, we saw him making moves to get his lap back, number 92 of Blake Decker, sitting in 8th.
And just right behind him is that 17. Soul Stealer himself, Brian Dees, looking to the inside of him.
Ooh, Mark Arthur in the wall going down the back straight. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Terry, but looks like Mark got into the wall a little bit, pulled it off, and almost got into the Dutchman there, but they managed to keep it straight.
17 does make that clean pass around a 92 of Blake Decker.
So that moves Brian Dees up in the 8th spot. Now remember, Brian pitted on lap 42, it looks, or no, I'm sorry, 42. He pit on lap 61 compared to your race leader who pit on lap 58. So about 3 lap pressure tires there for the number 17.
Driver of the 10 car, old Doc Butcher Benjamin. He's looking at the 92 of Decker now, want to make his way around that car.
Taylor pit on the same lap as Blake, so now I'm wondering if Blake maybe might have used that rubber up a little too quick.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen Blake get aggressive, and yeah, he may have used it up already.
Mark Arthur back there after losing a little bit of momentum. Back in the Barbie car, that Barbie Ford Mustang, number 12, sitting out there in 11th position. John Perkins right behind him. Gets around a lap car of the Dutchman. And Andy Politsky having a great run tonight for his first showing here in Blazing Pedals, sitting in 13th.
Watching Greg Moore just kind of play with the backside there of that 3 car, Corey Sherman.
Something I'd like to point out. Our race leader, Chris Carroll, has caught the back bumper of the number 41 of Dalton Kilrow. Looking to put him a lap down here. So how hard will Dalton race him to keep that position? It's showing Dalton pit on lap 61.
Now, Sam, something I just happened to look at. The temperature today's race, we started at 79 degrees. We are now up at 81. Track temperature at the start of the race is 101. We're sitting at 105 now. So the track is getting a little hot.
So the track's getting hotter. This means the cars are going to be a little bit looser. It's going to be a little bit slicker out there. As we even see Chris Carroll getting a little squirrely coming out of turn number 2. Trying to put the number 41 of Dalton Kilrow a lap down.
Yeah, if that track starts getting hot and they're going to start losing all that rubber, we're going to see a lot more tire changes on these pit stops.
Showing Corey Sherman back here in 17th position. Remember, he was another driver that stayed out on track a little bit longer than everybody else. Has some of the freshest tires out on the racetrack, so we're going to keep an eye on him, see if he can't make some moves and get back up towards the front of the field. Derek Paulson up there still running in second, but Ty Morosco right behind him trying to take that away. They both look really loose coming out of turn number 2. Ty was trying to look like dive under the number 6 and just got real loose and couldn't make the pass work.
I was watching Blake Decker just start moving a little bit down the our timing and scoring. I don't know what happened to him, but the 10 car, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, is still on him, has not passed him yet, but he is looking to the inside a little bit as they try to work their way around the 73 at Casey Campbell.
Blake Decker to the bottom side of the racetrack, going to make quick work of that lap car of the number 73, Casey Campbell. Taylor Butcher Benjamin trying to follow behind him. Something I haven't done tonight was actually show off our in-car cameras. So real quick, we're going to go to the number 17. Let's go on board with him. We got the Soul Stealer on camera tonight. Also, Spa 24-hour winner. So again, congratulations. We can't say it enough. Terry and myself know how hard it is to win a 24-hour race, let alone even finish one. So congratulations to those guys. Big win. Actually, Terry, I want to point out another driver tonight who is racing with us, Dave Seats. He won his split as well in the Spa 24 hours. So congratulations to those guys as well.
Yeah, you got the spotlight there on Brian Dees. Just got around the lap car to the 76 car of Thompson. Oh, he's not a lap car. Never mind.
We're riding on board now with Taylor Butcher Benjamin running in 8th position. Went to the Xfinity race at Pocono yesterday. See him on camera there. Got his MF Racing Designs t-shirt on. Be sure to go follow MF Racing Designs on Facebook. Get yourself a scheme done. What else we got in here?
While you're looking, I want to say Laurie and Constance. He wasn't doing bad until he hit the wall, but Mark is still out there giving his best.
On board now with driver the number 73 out of Speed Mafia, Casey Campbell. We got him on in-car tonight. Oh, I didn't even notice. We actually have the driver of the number 41, Dalton Kilrow, on camera as well, Terry.
Nice.
There's a bunch of guys in there tonight. There is. I'm really glad to see it. So we're going to give them all a little bit of camera time here. Looks like we got the Wheelman. Let's bring up Kyle Wellman.
Kyle Wellman.
Yeah, the
Mr. Ryan
Wheelman.
Newman himself.
Working on the back bumper of the Dutchman right now, trying to get around him. Looks like he's real focused. What else we got? Oh, you know what? We got someone we were talking about having a great run tonight is the driver, the number 55, Paul Ellison. We got him in there. Hey, Paul, get a light for that room, man. Can hardly see you. Paul Ellison having a great run tonight as he's battling Jason Raymond right now for that 4th position, 5th position.
Yeah, Jason Raymond ran him down while you sitting there talking. Just looking at it, he just run him down, got around him.
Oh, big wiggle. He slid in front of him. Oh, nice save. Nice save by the number 31. He definitely had some tire smoke. Definitely going to allow the 55 to get a run on him here going down in turns 1 and 2. But big save for the number 31. We also have tonight on camera involved in that first incident, but the Godfather, Rick Thompson. Last but not least, let's see, where's he running at right now? He's running in 18th, but we got Corey Sherman. He's on camera tonight too. Well, actually, he's not. I apologize. He's in the thing, but he forgot to turn his camera on, so.
I think he's got it on his what do you call it? I can't even think of it.
That's all right. We don't need to show Corey anyway. I'm just kidding.
No.
Corey.
Just watching 88 Jamie Walker down pit lane.
Jamie Walker bringing it down pit side right now.
No, he's coming out.
Oh, he's coming out of pit road. Looks like fuel only for the number 88, Terry.
Holy crap.
Not a good run. I mean, I tell you what, he won the All-Star race, but he has not had the luck he's been wanting this season. Struggling.
46, Fred Thompson, looking at the back of the 88. Look out, Jamie.
Let's go back up to the front of the field. Chris Carroll, still your race leader, trying to put Mike Hamlin in number 15 a lap down right now. Dalton Kilroy managed to pull away from number 24 and keep his lap back. If there's anybody who needs a caution right now, it's at number 41.
Most definitely. And I was looking at Chris Carroll's numbers against Derek Paulson. Chris is already well over 2 seconds in front of Derek Paulson.
Chris bringing it down pit side. He's coming down pit road right now. Derek Paulson stays out on the racetrack. Ty Morosco follows Chris Carroll. So hand the race lead over to Derek Paulson in that number 6. And again, he looks pretty loose, Terry. How's the race track temperature looking? Has it gone down? Is it going up? What's it doing?
Well, Sam, right now, track's at the 102, so it's actually dropped 3 degrees from the last report. Chris Carroll, fuel and tires, he is back out.
There we go. Your weather report on the right-hand side of your screen. 80 degrees here in Michigan. Track temperature, that is 102 degrees Fahrenheit, as Terry said. Looks like we got a humidity of 50%, so got to throw the weather in there.
Yeah, got to have some weather.
Got to have some weather. Hand the race lead over to Paul Ellison as Derek Paulson brings it down pit road. Last time Paul Ellison pit was on lap number 59. Brian Dees is still out there as well. Last pit on 61.
Yeah, Paul Ellison ought to be coming down pretty shortly, I would think. We got 28, Brian Zimmerman. He just called out his pit.
55 coming down this time, right here. So 55 brings it in. The 17 stays out on the racetrack along with Doc Butcher. Looks like he's still out on the racetrack. Or no, he pit already, lap 79. He was just behind him. John Perkins bringing it down pit side. Corey Sherman still electing to keep it out there. Last pit on lap 61. Some strategy being played there. I mean, we still got probably 2 pit stops to have yet. Somewhere around there.
Pretty close to it. We got a little 40-some laps.
Well, I'm thinking these guys can only do about 20 laps is what it's looking like. 20, 21 laps. So, because they last pit, Corey last pit on lap, what was it, 61. We're on lap 82, lap 83 right now. So Corey's done about 22, 23 laps so far.
Now, Paul Ellison did come down pit road as we talked about. He did take 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel as he gets back out on track to try to get her up to speed.
Brian D. still your race leader as Dave Seats works around him to get one of his laps back. Brian D's bringing it down pit road this time. And that will give the race lead back over to Chris Carroll once Corey Sherman decides to bring it down pit road. But right now, as it stands, it's Corey Sherman, your race leader.
And you look, when Corey pitted last, it was lap 61. He took tires. Chris Carroll just pitted a lap 80, did not take tires.
All right, well, Corey Sherman just brought it down pit road. So we'll have to stay with him, see if he decides to take tires again. But Chris Carroll does take over the race lead. And Derek Paulson second and Ty Morosco third. We're going to keep an eye out here on the number 3. Right side's going up on the number 3, so Corey Sherman taking tires. And this is the thing, who's going to have to take tires at the end, who's not? And is that quicker pit stop going to help you get the track position you need to go and win this thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. I wish I was out there to tell you that, Sam.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that we got a lot of guys on different strategies right now. We got Jason Raymond last pit on lap 81. It was a fuel only stop. We got Chris Carroll fuel only. Derek Paulson actually took tires, and so did that number 1 of Ty Morosco. Both took tires, both pit on lap 80.
It's anybody's call, buddy. I don't have any words, man, because I don't know. It's anybody's words or anybody's race yet. I mean, hell, look back at who's last in place right here. Dave Seats. He's in 23rd, last driver on the lead lap. He can win this thing yet.
Even, I hate to say it, but even Dalton, could pull something out here. I mean, as of right now, I think it's kind of anybody's race. I don't think there's really anybody dominating. I mean, Chris Carroll's been out front a majority of the race, but depending on how green flag pit stops are going to play out here, this, like you said, could be anybody's race. We got the number 6 still trying to run down Chris Carroll. It's about a 3-second gap, but Derek is running faster times, about 4 or 5 tenths faster than Chris.
Yeah, you talked about Corey Sherman when he hit the pits. He did take tires, and he is just running through this field.
He's in 19th right now, but he's got, looks like 3 cars ahead of him here for position. He's got to get around the 18 here, Jason Powell. He's at the bottom side of the racetrack trying to work around Greg Moore. Gets around him. Now just got to get around Trevor Harmon in the 29 and Jason Powell in the 18.
I don't know if you caught it or not, but the 34, Greg Moore, was a little wiggly when that 3 car got down underneath of him.
And Greg Moore last pit on, it looks like lap 83. Looks like fuel only stop for him.
Well, we definitely know they do have to stop again. So who's got a set in the bank?
Well, I'm thinking Chris still has tires because he did not pit the last time, and I'm assuming he'll pit again for his last stop. It looks like these guys might be able to
Powell
finish
on the wall.
He's going to lose a lot of momentum here going down the front straightaway. That allowed Corey Sherman to get around him.
Yeah, he was up in that thing. It wasn't hard, but it was enough just to, it was like glue on him.
Back up at the front. Derek Paulson's still about 4 tenths faster than race leader Chris Carroll, but there's still a pretty big gap in between them.
Watching Kyle Wellman run down that 32 of new driver, Andy Poliski. Sam,
Go ahead, Terry.
I was just saying, yeah, I'm trying to run through here, trying to find us something here, and these guys, the racers, have got this thing just sprawled out all over this track. I mean, nobody's walking away from it. I mean, Chris Carroll still got a 2-second lead over second place Derek Paulson, and there's just not a lot of racing going on at the moment. I think we're going to see something here in a little while.
Yeah, Derek's been trying to get around the lap car here, Mike Hamlin, and now working on the 34, Greg Moore. And he's got to try and make quick work of these guys, or else he's just not going to go anywhere. I mean, it's down to about 2 seconds right now, but if he keeps getting hindered by these lap cars, it's only going to hurt him later in the run.
Yeah, Lori, to answer your question right now, Mark is running in a 9th spot. He is up 3 spots from the start of this race. And he has, like I said, he hit the wall earlier. No damage to that car, but he's out there still giving it his all.
Back up front, Derek finally got around the number 15 of Mike Hamlin. Now going to try to run down the race leader. It's about 1.9 second gap to Chris Carroll. Last time by, Derek was 2 tenths faster. So we're going to see how quick Derek can catch him. lap 92 of 120 here at Michigan.
Kind of looking at, our little ticker that we have, Sam. 15th place Dalton Kilroe. He's as of right now, he was the last car on the lead lap.
Yeah, but Chris is running them down again. Terry's right behind him.
So we're going to see that 41. When was the last time Dalton pitted? It was lap 80, and he did take tires. So, 12 laps ago, so he's still got, another 8, 9, 10 laps to go before he can pit again.
So that time by, Derek and Chris ran pretty much identical lap times. Chris ran a 40.75, Derek with a 40.77. Might have hit that plateau with the tires here. Might have taken a little bit too long to get around them lap cars. Derek's struggling to catch up to that, number 24.
Kind of riding along with Dalton Kilroe in that 41. Harry finally got at the red line. I don't know if he's trying to save fuel, but it doesn't seem like he's giving the car all the gas it can use.
Well, we know what his nickname is. It's Captain Save Fuel. So we're going to have to see. He has won races here before on fuel strategy. Might know something that we don't know. Keep an eye on that 41.
Yeah, that was the main reason I looked, because I wanted to see what he's going to do. Now he's behind the 29 and the 18. I don't know if he's stuck there or just doesn't want to make it 3 wide.
Might be using a little bit of that draft, Harry, so he doesn't have to use as much fuel.
That's a smart move out of the 41. Man.
Ooh, looking
29,
wide
yeah.
there. The
Here
3
we
wide
go.
down the back straightaway. Jason Powell, bottom side of the racetrack. Dalton Kilroe in the middle. And Trevor Harmon up top going into turns 3 and 4. Dalton is going to clear both of them. And Jason Powell still looking underneath the 41. Just can't quite get there. Big wiggle from the 18.
But, a couple car lots back. Look at this 24 car just cleared the 29 and the 18. Now looking on to the 41.
So here's the big question. Will Dalton let the 24 by once he gets there? Is he going to race them? Is he going to continue to save fuel? What is the 41 going to do? Meanwhile, while that's going on, Derek is still trying to run down your race leader. Still down to about 2 seconds, 1.9, and they're both still running pretty identical lap times.
Now look, don't know if the 41 found a little speed there, but he actually started walking away from the 24.
This time by 24 laps to go for the driver of the 24, Chris Carroll. Is this going to be his second win tonight? We still got at least one more pit stop here at Michigan. What strategies will be played? Will people be taking tires? Will they be taking fuel only? Stick around. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And we're back here. Green flag pit stops. Presumably the last green flag pit stop of the night. Everybody on pit road right now. Chris Carroll, Ty Morosco, Derek Paulson. They all came down at the same time. Looks like everybody taking tires here. Smart move on everybody.
Mark Crawley just called out his pit. Sam, I think a lot of guys had tires left.
It appears so. As you just said, we're looking at Mark Arthur come down pit road. Looks like Corey Rutherford made it back out on track. Good to see him back out there. But I'm curious who's going to get this lead. It looks like Chris Carroll kind of got a good jump out there ahead of Derek. Looks like it's about 2.5 seconds, and they both have fresh tires now with 19 laps to go.
Jason Raymond tires in a way.
So give the lead back over to Chris Carroll. Derek Paulson running in second. Ty Morosco running third. Jason Raymond coming out of the pit, showing him in fourth right now. But Brian Dees also coming out of pit road in fifth. Paul Ellison on the track right now, getting around Brian Dees. Is going to put him in fifth. And trying to make quick work of that number 31.
Somebody I want to mention, like I said, we haven't said his name a whole lot tonight, but last few weeks, driver of the 89 car, Philip Van Fleet, lone Dutchman, he's had to leave the server early because he's had to go to work. Local time, it's like almost 9:30 here. I think we'll get this race in for Philip tonight and have him a good finish.
Philip sitting in 16th right now.
Yeah, he's down 8 spots from where he started at. But I'm glad to see he's able to stick around for this race tonight. Chris Carroll still your leader. Over 3 seconds over second place driver to number 6, Derek Paulson. Ty Morosco down 2 spots. He had the pole at the beginning of this race. And that number 1 car running third.
So I'd like to point out something real quick. It's the pit times between Derek and Chris. Chris Carroll, total time on pit road was 43.77 seconds. Derek's was a 43.72. Their pit times were both 14.68, identical pit stops.
It's amazing what that little bit of time really makes a difference. Tanner Marr looking underneath the 89. Philip Van Fleet trying to get around him. That's somebody we haven't really said a whole lot about tonight. Was that driver, the number 4, up 6 spots, is Tanner Marr in 12th place. Well, my time in scoring just went to crap, and I put him in 16th.
Yeah, show Tanner Marr in 16th place. Not sure what timing and scoring is doing tonight. Back up to the front, Chris Carroll still your race leader. Derek Paulson trying to run him down. It's about 3.2 second gap. Looks like Chris Carroll's running pretty quick lap times of 40.09, and Derek's, well, they're pretty much identical, 40.10 for the number 6.
Back here in about 12th spot or so, watching Jamie Walker in that 88 work on the back end of the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
Taylor is running in 7th position. Jamie running in 8th. Brian Dees made his way up into 6th spot. Paul Ellison holding on to that top 5. And Jason Raymond, the number 31, actually having a great run out here tonight.
And Lorian Constance, Mark has made his way back up to 10th place. He's now +2 from the beginning of the race. We want to say thanks to everybody out there that's watching the race tonight. Remember, you can subscribe to us. You'll know when we go live every Sunday. You can catch Turn 3 pretty much any night of the week. If you like racing that much, hit them up. Say you like it. Give us a big old thumbs up. That helps us out, too. So thanks for everybody sticking around and watching this race.
We do greatly appreciate it. Also, be sure to check out tomorrow night on TNA Motorsports on Facebook, Shop Talk at 8 p.m. Eastern. They'll recap the race and discuss how their races went and everything like that. And pretty much just as the title says, it's Shop Talk. Anybody can come in and anything can be said. Tune in.
Brian D's looking underneath the 5. Paul Wellison trying to take a spot away from him here, Sam, at lap 108.
Down and back straightaway, Brian D's looking to the inside. Thinking better of it. It's going to slot back in behind him. Maybe try to get a little bit better of a run here coming out of turns 3 and 4. But that is your battle for the 5th position. Back up front, Derek Paulson still trying to run down your race leader, about 2/10 faster than him that time. It's down to about a 2.7, 2.8 second gap to race leader Chris Carroll. You see the gap right here. And Derek's got 2 lap cars in front of him. He's got to make quick work of if he's going to try and run down the leader. And I specifically remember the number 6 actually being in this position either last season or maybe even the season before that, and he was trying to run down, I believe it was Walker in the number 88.
And memory doesn't fail me, which it probably did. 17 D's gets around Paul Ellison in that 55 car, take a spot away from Ellison. But yeah, I don't think he actually caught him, did he?
Oh,
we got caution, Sam.
Oh my God. We have a caution on the racetrack. They didn't throw it, did they?
Yeah, it's yellow, buddy.
Did they throw it?
All I see is race control admin. I hope not.
Yeah, I got nothing on my timing and scoring here.
I'll go find out.
So we're trying to find it here, ladies and gentlemen. My timing and scoring is just telling me yellow flag. Might be a possible debris caution here at Michigan. Go back live, they're going to catch the pace car. We got 10 laps to go here, and we're going to re-rack them and fire them off. This is going to give a lot of people a chance here. Who's got tires? Who doesn't? And this literally changes everything. Terry's going to find out what happened there. Again, we're not entirely sure. Have to get a word in from race control. So we're going to keep an eye on our leaders here to see who comes down pit road, who has an extra set of tires, who might want to take a splash of fuel. Chris Carroll thinks about it and thinks different. A couple of drivers. Looks like Jason Powell going to be your lucky dog, getting his lap back. Looks like Trevor Harmon and Kyle Wellman, unfortunately, are going to probably have to drop to the rear of the field here.
All right, Sam. Evidently, Brian Zimmerman done something, got into somebody.
Interesting. I didn't see anything happen on timing and scoring, so...
Brian Zimmerman, out of race control, said he will be the one getting the EOL for this, as he did take the blame for it. So the 28 car has got to go to the back.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Number 28 is the cause of the caution. We can't find it, unfortunately, on our timing and scoring to get you a replay of it. But the 28 showing some integrity and claiming that caution, and we appreciate that.
So what could have happened, this is very possible, that he got into somebody, got turned, that person got turned, and iRacing said, hey, this is going to be a wreck, and actually that driver collected it and did not cause the wreck.
It's very possible, but Terry, this kind of changes everything. We're going to re-rack them, and we're going to have probably about 7 laps to go here when they take the green flag. What's going to happen?
Now remember, from your racing experience and mine in Blazing Pedals, we do the green-white checkers. And do we do 3 or we go unlimited?
I believe we only have 3.
Okay. So,
I'd like to point out that Jamie Walker pit on lap 111 after the caution came out. He took tires. Looks like Jamie Walker has the freshest tires out of the bunch here. Only 8 laps to do it, though.
well, we've seen Jamie work through traffic.
Well, we're 1 to green here. The pace car lights are off. It's going to be in the hands of driver Chris Carroll in the number 24. And they are going to be going green with 7 laps to go.
Well, Sam, we talked about just a little bit ago, talking about Paulson being in the same spot. Will he capitalize tonight?
Well, I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know about you, Terry, but we're going to have a 7-lap shootout here to determine our winner here at Michigan for the Blazing Pedals TRJkarting.com Arca Series.
I'm definitely not taking my eyes off the screen.
Definitely not. Stay right here. We're not going to miss anything. It is in the hands of Chris Carroll. Pace car is off once Chris gets to that restart zone. In the restart zone, green flag back out in the air. Great jump for the number 24. Looks like Ty Morosco also got a great restart there.
Ty Morosco, Derek Paulson side to side going into 1 here. Is either one of them going to back off?
Down into turns 1 and 2, Ty Morosco to the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to get it passed on his teammate, not going to be able to make it work. Derek Paulson with the momentum on the high side.
Jason Raymond, with those two running up there side by side, gave Jason Raymond a big old run right up to him.
Jamie Walker 3 wide here in the back of the pack, trying to get through this traffic, trying to make something happen. Back up to the front, Derek Paulson now trying to run down race leader Chris Carroll. About a half a second gap. Chris Carroll tries to break that draft. They're 2 by 2 right behind them.
Morosco, Raymond still side by side coming down through. They have not switched spots yet, as Dees is running right up behind him in that 17 car.
Dees trying to get a run off of turn number 2. Looks like he might get it here. Will he push it 3 wide? No, he's going to think better of it. Side by side for Ty Morosco, Jason Raymond down the back straightaway.
I think Dee's got some good air coming off there. A little bit of a draft help from those 2 cars in front of him.
Oh, a little bit of contact there between the number 12 and the number 92. Looks like Mark might have came up the racetrack a little bit and doored the number 92 up out of the way. Mark trying to make some moves here. 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go here at Michigan.
Jason Raymond, Ty Morosco has not given it up yet, buddy. They're still side by side. 17 Brian Dees still trying to figure out a way around these 2 cars.
And Derek Paulson still trying to run down your race leader. Chris Carroll has gapped him to about a second. We're watching the battle for 3rd position here between Jason Raymond and Ty Morosco. Real tight racing here between the 31 and the 1.
We only have a couple laps left here, so it's a battle for that stand on that podium at the end of this race.
And don't look now. 3 laps to go, 4 laps to go this time by Jamie Walker making moves. He's up to 7th position right now. Mark Arthur on the back bumper, that number 17, trying to get around them, not able to get there. Jamie Walker's going to look to the high side, top side of the racetrack, nowhere to go though. Brian Dees is going to give him a lane.
31
Jamie Walker
slams into
3
the wall.
wide down to the back straightaway. Jason Raymond puts it in the wall. Jamie Walker is coming.
Oh, we got a wreck back over to 92.
Blake Decker into the wall. He's going to keep it straight, though. We're going to go back to the front here as Jamie Walker looking for third position here. He's got them fresh tires. He's got 3 laps to make it happen.
And he is not letting that 88 breathe at all. He's got it to the floor.
He's
Walking away.
He's got to get around the number 6 of Derek Paulson, though, and then he's got to run down your race leader right now. It's not that much different between Chris Carroll and Jamie Walker, only about a 10th difference. Jamie's catching the number 6 really quick here through the center of 3 and 4. He's going to look to the inside. The number 6 going across the line. He's got a nose there. 2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks this time.
Drop down to that bottom. Get a little bit more speed on that number 6 as he makes a clean pass.
Gets around them.
Oh, no!
He's in the grass. He's in the grass. He's looping it. Did something just happen? Caution's out. Caution's out, Terry.
Oh, man.
We're going to re-rack them and fire them once again. We're going to have a green-white checkered. Not sure if the engine might have cut out for the number 88 or what, but he is just sitting there on the back straightaway. Not sure what happened to that number 88.
He's still sitting there, Sam. He has not moved that car yet.
Maybe sitting there, maybe out of frustration, maybe trying to get the car fired up. Some electrical issues maybe going on in that number 88 as he finally decides to get it towed back to pit road. And again, this kind of changes everything. Now who might have a set of tires sitting in the pits?
Bad night for that 88 car, Jamie Walker. Man.
It's definitely a shame to see the number 88 have such a great run. A little bit of luck there at the end, running for a win. Just had issues there. Bringing out our caution. That's going to re-rack them, and Chris Carroll's going to have to try and hold these guys off one more time.
So what I'm thinking, I believe he had electric issues. That is my guess. Just the way he made that left turn, and he wasn't even on the brakes. He just slammed into the wall.
It looked like that car just kind of shut off on him. Maybe the engine just died on him or something. It didn't look like it blew up, but definitely something going on in that number 88 machine that they're going to have to work on back at the shop this week.
He still has not disconnected. So I don't know.
So here's the real question. Who can make it on fuel? We got to go a couple extra laps here. And we know the pit window was 15 to 25, but we saw a lot of guys only running about 20, 21 laps. And a lot of these guys pit with about 18, 19 to go.
So Jamie Walker has disconnected due to packet loss. Man, what a bad break for that 88 car tonight. So this gives the 6 another chance to maybe capitalize on that 24.
Yeah, but he's definitely going to have to do something different on this restart compared to what he did last time. Ty Morosco had such a good restart that he was able to get to the inside of that number 6, and Derek just couldn't do anything coming off of turn number 2 to get a run on the 24 to try and make something happen.
So with teammates in that 6 and that 1, you think they'll try to work together and gang up on Chris Carroll?
If I know Ty and Derek, I'm going to say no. I'm going to think that those guys are going to race as hard as they possibly can. They're both going for a win. Ty Morosco is looking for his first win in season for Blazing Pedals. He obviously won the Clash at the beginning of this season, but he's looking for his first points paying win.
You know, we can't forget about, though, sitting in number 4 is that 17, Brian Dees, and newcomer back here in the 31, Jason Raymond. I mean, we just can't count these top 6, 7, 8 guys out. Mark Arthur, he's back there yet, too, sitting in 6 spots. So, yeah, a lot of people.
race car lights are off. It will be in the hands of Chris Carroll. Looks like we got about 13 drivers on the lead lap as it stands right now. And Terry, I'd like to point out that Corey Sherman, he's up there in 7th.
Anything can go here. I mean, we got 2 laps to do this. Remember, on the first lap, once they take the white flag, this race is actually over. So what happens after the white flag, it doesn't matter.
Looks like Derek's going to try and get right on the door of that number 24. Try and guess this restart. He's going to have to do better than the last time. Let's see what he does here. They're all going to tighten up as they come out of turn 4. It's in the hands of Chris Carroll, as I said. Coming to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Blazing Pedals overtime. Another great restart for that number 1. Derek just can't seem to get the power down like the number 1 to Time Roscoe can. They're going to side draft going into turn 1 and 2.
12 car coming up, and Mark Arthur getting around to 17. Brian Dees trying to follow Time Roscoe.
Time Roscoe, will he clear him? He slides up in front of his teammate. He gets around him. Derek's going to cross him over, going down the back straightaway. Chris Carroll trying to break that draft. Mark Arthur is coming, though. He's looking to the inside here, trying to push Derek Paulson. Out of turn number 4, Mark Arthur's looking. They're going to get the white flag presented by Priority Auto.
Now remember, this race is now over. No matter what happens, this is the finish.
Next flag ends, and Chris Carroll's got a great gap to second place. These guys are racing hard. Mark Arthur's going to check up. It's going to allow Brad Lawson to get to the outside of the number 12. Time Roscoe still trying to work on that number 6. Corey Sherman looking to make it 3 wide back here. The 3-4 wide going down the back straightaway here at Michigan.
Tom Roscoe getting a little bit of power past that 6. Not quite enough. Here comes the 63 of Brad Lawson.
The 3 wide coming out of turn number 4. The race win will go to Chris Carroll. Brad Lawson looking to get 30. Can't quite get there. Oh my God, 3 by 3, 2 rows deep, coming across the line. What a great finish. That was awesome. Race
Man,
winner.
what a run Lawson had there in that 63. Remember, he didn't get a race last week. So, awesome job for Chris Carroll. This is his 2nd win in the Blazing Pedals.
Second place is going to go to Derek Paulson. 3rd place, Ty Morosco. 4th to Brad Lawson. Mark Arthur pulls out of top 5. Corey Sherman 6th. Brian Dees 7th. Jason Raymond 8th. John Perkins 9th. And Brian Zimmerman rounds out your top 10. But all eyes are on Chris Carroll here as he's going to burn it down for the 2nd time here. Blazing Pedals.
Well deserved burn down out of that 24 car, getting his 2nd win in Blazing Pedals. That is going to help him tremendously to move up the point standings.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, post-race interviews. Stick around.
iRacing, you wanted the best. You got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker, The future is feeling.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and get post-race interviews going here. First up is third place finisher, Ty Morosco. Ty Morosco, it's Sam and Terry in the booth. You get a copy.
Yeah, copy, guys.
Hey, buddy, good run there. I wish I would have been in your team speak. I would have loved to hear what you guys was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't talking too much, but we were talking a lot about strategy and stuff. A lot of strategy going on throughout the race. You know, if you want to save a set or not. We decided not to, and you know, this MFRD Ford Mustang was fast tonight, so that's the best part.
I mean, it looked good out there on the track. So the $100,000 question is, how much practice did you put in today?
Well, I guess the practice. I actually practiced more than normal. I ran 2 stints during the hour before. I also, you know, love this track. It's a hometown track for me, so I like to get out here and, you know, race around Michigan.
TM4. Walk us through your race a little bit, bud. I mean, especially there at the end, you and Derek side by side a lot of the last 5-10 laps, man.
Yeah, I mean, just start the race. We, you know, start on the pole, and that's always good. You know, I was not expecting that. You know, get out there real fast. I knew the car was going to be fast. Got on the pole, led a few laps, let some other people lead a little bit, and then, you know, we just kind of ran our race and, you know, sat around third the whole race. And towards the end there, it got crazy. I really didn't want to see a caution. Really wanted to see it finish out and, you know, just go green to the end. But, yeah, me and Derek racing hard, cleaning his teammates too, you know, clean side-by-side racing. That's what it was. He got me in the end, but, you know, we'll take home third and can't be sad about that. So.
All right, buddy. Time to make the people in that car shine. Who you got on there tonight?
Well, as you know, this MFRD Ford Mustang #1 car was super fast tonight. So thank you, Michael Falk, for painting this nice little DQ replica-looking car. You know, everybody loves this car out there on the track. Also, I'd like to thank TRJ Karting. Thank you, Tim, for putting everything on the race, putting everything out there for us to race. And along with Butt Kicker, Savage Edge, and CJR Graphics, I think it is, Corey Rutherford, but he puts on all those guys that make the thing run. And of course, you guys up in the booth, you guys do a great job every week. And, you know, hopefully we can get the next one. Hopefully we can get a win maybe next time.
There you go, buddy. Well, congratulations on that third place win there. And we'll get you back down to your, well, hell, he's sitting in here with you, your team. But congratulations on that third.
Yes, thank you, Terry. Thank you, guys.
Driver the #1, Ty Morosco, pulling out a third place finish here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get driver of the #6, Derek Paulson. Sam and Terry in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, pretty hectic last couple of laps there. We thought you might have had something for Chris once the green flag strategies started playing out. Walk us through your race there, man.
Well, I was just talking to him in the waiting center there, and what really backfired was I started saving too late to make it halfway, and so I was clutching and I gave up too much time to him. And then my other mistake was I pitted a lap after him 2 separate times, and you know, by the time my tires would be a little better, we'd pretty much equal out. I would catch up a little bit, but he gained too much time on me that way. So I was essentially running for second there. I was going to be happy with second, and then the end of the race we got kind of crazy with cautions, and I'm like, oh. And with this new restart box, you get a little gun shy with some of the black flags that have been handed out, and I didn't need a black flag with 2 to go, so that almost gives him an even more of an advantage than not having the restart zone. And yeah, I'm just glad I fought with Ty, my teammate there at the end a couple times, get around him, and I'm pretty happy with second.
Do you think if you and Ty wouldn't have been battling there, you think you would have had something for him?
It's hard to say. Chris is pretty fast. My car felt pretty good, but I think essentially we're probably the same speed. Maybe he was just a tish faster, maybe. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Again, I'm pretty happy with second.
Well, second place. Who do you got to thank tonight?
Well,
It's crazy. This is the first time being interviewed all year, so I'm gonna be rusty. So we got to get TRJ Karting, Savage Edge Graphics, you guys up in the booth with Turn 3 Racing Network. Got to thank the Blazing Pedal admins, Michael Falk Racing Designs, and MFRD. We got Taylor, Dalton, Ty, myself, and Brian, and I'm sure maybe butt kicker. I don't know. I'm a little rusty, so that's about all I can come up with at the moment.
Well, rusty or not, you still managed to bring that number 6 home in second place, and we'll let you go ahead and go back down with your team and celebrate. So, congratulations, Derek.
Yep, thanks, guys.
That was Derek Paulson, driver of the number 6. And Terry, we only got one more person left to interview, and that is Chris Carroll in the number 24. It's Sam and Terry in the booth. Do you got a copy?
I got you if you can hear me, Sam. I had to map a new button of the TeamSpeak here, so I'm hoping you can hear me.
Yeah, we got you. Go ahead, Terry. You got it.
Awesome.
Well, Chris, fairly new to the league now, number 2 victory. That should help you out in the points a little bit, I imagine. Walk us through this race thing, man. That 24 was on flipping rails all night.
Well, it wasn't as easy as it might have looked because I was up front most of the time, but there was times where we had to save fuel and dodge some lap cars, and I was trying not to give up too much time to those guys behind me. I think they were pitting a lap after me, so they had more fuel, and I had to make sure I was going to make it to the end. But, I mean, it was a fun race regardless, and Paulson and those guys were pretty fast behind me. I wasn't gaining too much on them.
Well, at one point, you was almost 3 seconds faster than the second place runner. Again, that 24 was just smoking fast tonight, man. Walk us through your race a little bit, from the beginning, because you actually did drop back a lot at one point.
Yeah, I was hanging back just to, be smooth and not use up the tires. And I don't know Michigan very well. It's not a track that I run a lot of laps on, so I had to learn to drive the car and see what it felt in traffic. I wanted to see if there was a push in traffic or if the draft helped, or a whole bunch of things I was figuring out there, just riding in 4th or 5th. And once I figured it out, I decided to go and see, test out a run and see how bad I used up or didn't use my tires. So there's a lot going on there at the start. After that, it was just trying to make enough fuel to make sure I got to the end. iRacing was telling me it was a little scary, so I gave up a few seconds trying to save some. I'm sure those guys did too. It was kind of a strategy race. It wasn't really a speed race out there, Terry.
So, it's not a secret, but Paulson and Morosco both kind of said that they pitted, I think it was a lap after you. And I think Paulson actually said that he might have messed up and should have pitted with you. That way your guys' tires would have been evened out. But anyhow, congratulations on that first place. And that's your second win. Who do you have on the car tonight to thank?
I got a long list of people to thank here tonight. I got to thank TRJ Karting. We got the Butt Kicker. We got Savage Edge Graphics, Michael Falk Racing Designs, CJR Graphics. Of course, always Turn 3. Got to thank the 5 Kings boys. I got to thank all these guys that work super hard with all of us complaining all the time. All you guys that work hard to put on the league. And, of course, you guys for the broadcast. I ain't never been on a broadcast yet that Sam made me look bad. So I got to thank you guys for that too, man. It's a lot of fun.
It's only mid-season, but give us time. I'm just kidding.
I'm sure Sammy will find a way.
Well, again, congratulations on that first place. Sam will move you back down where you belong.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate it.
And that was driver of the number 24, Chris Carroll, your race winner. And Terry, that's pretty much going to do it here for us tonight. What'd you think of the race?
Awesome race for the most part. I mean, yeah, we got them spread out a little bit, and I've been to this track live many, many times. When they get spread out like that, it does get a little boring. I understand that. But you and I, we're doing our best trying to find something on the track to talk about. And I think we've done our job tonight, Sam.
Yeah, I think we did too, Terry. Like you said, when they get spread out, it's a little bit difficult to find out what everybody's plans are, especially with strategy and everything. But these guys still manage to make it exciting there at the end and put on a great show for everybody tonight. I personally want to thank everybody for coming out and checking out Blazing Pedals, TRJKarting.com, Arca series here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down. Let us know what's going on. We'll try and fix some stuff and make it the best broadcast we can for these guys. That's going to do it for myself and Terry here tonight. I hope you all had a great time. Again, if you want to check out everything, be sure to follow Blazing Pedals Racing League on Facebook. Check out Shop Talk tomorrow night. We want to thank all of our sponsors. And without further ado, we'll see you next week. Same time, 7:45 p.m. We will be going live. Y'all have a great evening. We'll see you next time.